Okay, so on example 1B, all right, if you're looking at what possibly could be you, well, remember it's going to be whatever you think might have had a chain rule applied to it. Okay, is a good way to think about it. And so a lot of times that's the most inner part. So, like on A, the most inner part was x squared plus 1. Did the chain rule occur? Yes, it did. Okay, so in this case, it looks like the chain rule could occur to this 4x. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call you. Oops, I'm going to call you 4x. Okay, let's try that again. All right, so u would be 4x. Okay. Now, if that's true, now I'm going to kind of quit doing the Newton notation there. I'm just going to go ahead and say that the derivative with respect to u would be equal to 4, and then we have the derivative of x. All right, so I'm kind of skipping that intermediate step there where we wrote the fraction out. All right, it works like this every single time. So, all right, so let's start making some substitutions. Okay, so I see that we have a 4 and a dx already there. So those two together can become du, and then we can have the cosine of u. All right, so let's give this a go. So we have the cosine of u du. No changes had to be made there. And here we go. Antiderivative of cosine is sine. Plus c. All right, but we have to go back. Remember what u is. So that's going to be the sine of 4x plus c, and we're done. Now, again, every single time I'm going to talk about these in terms of pattern recognition. Okay, so if this was a cosine, and we had a 4x involved. Sorry, if it was the derivative was a cosine. If we thought it might be a sine, and the derivative, the inside part was 4x, then the chain rule would have had to have happened. Okay, well it did. We have a 4 sitting right there. All right, so what happens? Well, the 4 and the dx both disappear when you're doing the antiderivative. The 4 was there. We're just so glad it's there. And because it was there, the chain rule happened. And so then I can just completely go backwards and say this had to be the sine of 4x. Now, if you're still not liking that too much, that's okay. You can always do the u substitution. But check out if you take the derivative of this. If I take the derivative, that's cosine 4x, right? Cosine copy, chain rule 4. There we are.